Slangmagic is unique. We have our own style. We're literally in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico chasing monsters. Louisiana is the sportsman's paradise of the world. Ken and I came down here when I first played with the New Orleans Hornets, my first team in the NBA. We wanted to go fishing.
Fishing brings like-minded people together.
I didn't start fishing until Ken Nichols. He's the one that got me into it.
I decided to go fishing. Lance woke up and decided to go with me.
He opens up this canister of worms. He's like, all right, you gotta put this worm on the hook. I was like, not happening, I'm not touching that. I'm from the city. We started catching fish and I was like, wow, this is great. I really like doing this.
And since that day, we've been fishing together and built our relationship as friends as well. That was the start of his passion. That became Slangmagic, the fishing team.
My competitive nature made me want to do this. When I knew that there was a way to compete while fishing, some of my friends, we've grown in the sport together. It was only right that we competed. We were like, all right, let's go in them. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We started tournament fishing. We went across the whole state chasing redfish and speckled trout, and now we're chasing blue marlin. It just evolved to something amazing. I always had a deep inspiration to develop young leaders. I've been under some of the best leaders in the world. I wanted to shed some of that light on these kids.
The Ambassador program, our purpose is to get kids involved. There's no better place than to be outside and understand life. If I could give a kid that freedom, that understanding, that confidence, that gives my life purpose.
I think it's very important for these kids to have leadership qualities at a young age. These kids are either going to be leaders or they're going to be followers, and I want to give them the best tools to be a leader.
We all have different assignments to help us hone in our leadership skills. I've always been fishing ever since I could hold a fishing pole. I grew up doing it with my dad and my brother all my life. It's something you can always do, and it's bonding, and it's a great sense of accomplishment. It's awesome. The guys let me help out, which was great. Went to go sword fishing, which I was super stoked about. That's a whole new world for me. It's great to get out there and learn. I'm lucky enough to live in South Louisiana, which in my opinion is the greatest place God ever made. I've been a deckhand on a sport fishing boat the past couple summers. Get out there and try it. You never know what you're missing out on, you know?
Beck gets it done. He fought 2 of the 3 tunas that we caught. He's the real deal. It was just an amazing thing to see one of our ambassadors in action.
It's the best feeling in the world. It's like winning a gold medal in the Olympics or something. There's nothing like it. Once you really get into it, it's a special deal.
It was epic. We actually landed and kept a MAKO Shark.
It's great to get out there and learn.
And then my little brother, Brandon, today he caught his first yellowfin tuna. There's a ritual down here where if you catch your first yellowfin tuna, you gotta take a bite of the heart, give you your war marks. It was a very special moment for me. Today was an amazing day. Probably one of the best times I had on the water. I haven't been doing this my whole life. I learned from a lot of different people and I created my own style. Anything is really possible if you really want to do something.
Being on the water, that feeling to me, it's indescribable. It's just a feeling of freedom. I'll cry, I'll bust a tear. I found myself literally staring off into the sky and water running out my face. I always wanted to pass that along. So that was one thing I knew gave me peace. And if I could instill that in another kid, then my purpose is served.
I named the leadership program Trust Your Work because I think that's very important. It just applied to me as a human being. And everything that I've ever put my name on, fishing, I didn't know a lot. And I wanted to learn as much as possible. When I'm out in the middle of the ocean, nothing really runs through my mind. I think it's very healthy for me to have that. It's bonded me to a lot of people that I probably would have never met. This is Venice, Louisiana. Here I am from New Jersey. This is my happy place.